Hello guys, Sir Grandalot here, and I just log in Genshin Impact. I have to do a few of my daily routine activities, and I decided that while I'm doing it, instead of listening to the game music, dialogues, and all the sort of stuff, since I'm playing from home, I will discussing AnimA for a few minutes and why I will not be playing it in the near future, and I actually don't have any plans to play it. If you follow my YouTube channel, very likely you do so because of AnimA. I've been playing it for months, and I would say over 1,000 years. Non years, hours. Over 1,000 hours. Very, very easily. And the last videos that I uploaded for the regular characters, so not the seasonal characters, you could see that basically I had on my mage all best in slot astral gear, apart from one chaos band. I was using two chaos bands, one was astral, but I never found the second one. Not a big deal, of course, I just wished that I managed to have everything astral. I could have, but the only other astral chaos ring that I ever found was tier 5. So I decided no, I will not have a trashy tier 5 item on my godlike character. And before the first season started, I was starting to lose a little bit of interest in the game. Mainly because I had everything that I was looking for, and the enchantment system is a bit too repetitive, and the rewards are not really worth it for me. Like, there is so much variance in the reward system of the artifacts that when you get to the point where, not the artifacts, enchantments, I'm sorry, I'm getting a bit confused between Genshin Impact and AnimA. The range of stuff that you can find with enchantments in AnimA goes from a joke that is not even worth half a gem to, my god, plus 2 to all skills, plus 2000 damage and whatever else. And it's okay in theory, but there is such a huge range, and it just doesn't work for me. Like, there is a limit to the amount of grindiness that I'm willing to take. Especially when the rewards don't really seem worth it, because I'm very happy to grind endlessly something, like I'm doing artifacts here in Genshin Impact, as long as I have a feeling that I'm getting rewarded for it. But in AnimA, I would say the enchantment system was getting me a little bit annoyed every time that I had to log in. And then they introduced the first season. And while I was not super excited about it, I decided to try it. Mainly because I wanted to see if there were any changes in the gameplay, and was curious to try the new items. And if you have followed me at my adventures in the first season, you know that I found an astral sword basically within 2 or 3 days. And that definitely helped me a lot, because of course my main character was a mage. And then I proceeded to find a ton of diamond headbands, some overall really good stuff. And then I encountered the same problem that made me lose interest in the game. Like, I got to the point where I had best in slot items everywhere. I honestly don't remember if I had some astral ones, but I'm not sure. Oh yeah, I had an astral shield at tier 6 that I did not even use because I was waiting for a very good roll on a diamond headband. But yeah, more or less I was in the same situation as the regular characters. Meaning that the only real improvements that I could reach were via enchantments, and I was not looking forward to farm enchantments forever, again, even on the seasonal characters. So what happened is that well before the end of the season, like a month and a half before the end of the season, I stopped playing AnimA altogether, and I focused on other things. I had a very busy period at work and with my family, and so I was not able to play any game for a while. And then I started to play Genshin Impact just randomly, and I've been enjoying it a lot ever since. I actually wish that I started playing it before the first season of AnimA, because many of the events in Genshin Impact, like, they have a starting period and an ending period, and if you miss out, you miss out. Like, you cannot get those rewards anymore. And I missed out on a few things that are fairly relevant. Not game-changing, but I would have really liked to have those items. And I was very annoyed by one thing in Season 1, and those were the bugs. There were a lot of bugs in the game, and the devs never acknowledged them, never said anything about them, never fixed them. And I think that's not a very good business decision to make. Like, if you have some new content you're working on, it's okay, but postpone it. Because bugs affect your current players, and if you delay new content that they may be able to see only 3 or 4 months later, no one will actually ever notice it. Like, if you delay your content to 1 week, but at least like, you fix the bugs that are in the game and that are bothering your current players, you don't start to lose players, which is a very bad thing for games. But no, they never bother to fix any of the bugs, and unless they did so in the last few days of the first season, which I really doubt, the bugs that started day 1 of the first season were still there at the end of the first season. I'm not aware if they are still there on Season 2, I'm not too interested in that. Season 2, I was slightly interested in it, mainly because I wanted to kill Kral. My main focus in AnimA, since the endless enchantment farming is really dull, and there is no endgame content apart from keep farming Forgotten Real Dungeon keys over and over again for enchantments. My goal was to kill Kral as quickly as possible, and I managed to do it in 2 minutes 59 on my main non-seasonal character before the Chaos Band nerf. They nerfed the Chaos Bands, and that reduced my best time by 1 minute. I was a bit annoyed, but I can understand when there is an item that everyone is playing basically on every class, and the devs decide to do something about it. Of course, I was not a fan of the decision, because they nerfed an item that I had and that I worked on and that I farmed in large amounts of copies in order to have one with a very good roll to use alongside the Astral one, but it is what it is. Like, you know, in games that are online, or at least that they see updates every now and then, you need to accept the fate, and sometimes items and skills and all this sort of stuff changes, and you cannot really do anything about it. So I was kinda okay with that, even if annoyed. But I was really looking forward to using my non-seasonal mage with the diamond headbands to kill Kral, because I was thinking that the diamond headbands are such an overpowered piece of gear that I was fairly certain that by simply putting them on my mage, I would be able to kill Kral with my best time ever, well under 3 minutes. I was expecting 2 minutes and a half. So the day the Season 2 started, I did not do anything with new characters, I did not even touch them. I logged my regular character, and I transferred the items from the Season 1, so all the diamond headbands, and I infused the diamond headband on an astral armor, diamond headband on astral shield, and I put +2 to all skills, enchantments, and all that good stuff. And I went to Kral and I tried to kill it, and it was taking me forever. Like, my character was doing way less damage than before and much slower. So I went to read the patch notes, and there was something about non-specific other minor game balancing changes, but they were not really specified. And I had to go to Discord and dig a bit, and I found out that multi-missile was nerfed a lot, really a lot, and I was doing nowhere near close the damage I was doing before. And then dexterity was changed. the way dexterity works and it affects attack speed changed. And essentially my character with new and exceptionally good gear was doing less damage than before because of balance changes. I was not happy with that at all. It made me feel as if I wasted a ton of time, really a ton of time, because the main reason why essentially I played Season 1 was to have my regular mage become stronger and see it make some progress, and instead it didn't. Basically, what the devs want me to do is, well, your character has been nerfed. In order to have it perform better, you need to farm the new gear that we balanced based on the fact that we nerfed some of the old stuff. And you can try the new classes. And we introduced some new things, and oh, you know how maces were completely useless and no one ever raised the mace tree in the Australian wheel? Well, guess what? Now one of the best weapons is a mace. You need to start all over again. I'm not doing it. I'm done. And I was also very annoyed by a new microtransaction that they introduced. What are they called? Aspects? Like a very big flat damage increase no matter what kind of class you are. Like, give them some cash and your character is just stronger. So, not happy about many of the things in the game. And in addition to that, one of the silliest thing that never really bothered me, but I found it absolutely ridiculous, is the fact that in the leaderboard you can see there are people that on the AnimA Facebook page, and I guess even on Discord sometimes, they actually ask how to use AutoClicker. And then they are on the leaderboard because they make it to level 1500 basically overnight on the day that the season starts. And then they start to farm higher end content, and then they kill Krull in no time. And it's like, wow, I really feel motivated to play the seasons. Thank you, devs. Now, this is the part where people, someone eventually will write in the comment section or will mention this on Discord and say, Sir Grandel complained about the game. Does he know that it's because it's a small team of developers? You gotta give them some slack. Look, in almost every video of AnimA I ever made, I said that I don't care that it's a small team. The reason why I don't care is that if you go to a restaurant and you order your favorite salad, and it's pretty good, the second time that you order the salad, the same salad, they serve it to you with a turd. And when you start complaining, another customer next to you says, come on, don't you know that it's a small indie restaurant? Give them some slack, have your turd. You should not make excuses for devs. The fact that it's a small team is not an excuse, it's the reason why the game has so many problems. Bugs don't get fixed. No one knew when the season would end, basically until the season ended, or it wasn't very close to end. I think they made the announcement like 1 week or 2 weeks before the end. Like, most people guessed it right, because most people thought, how long is a season in real life? And then they guessed more or less the period, and the guess was correct. No one knew what would happen to the items of our seasonal character. People had to guess based on what happens in other games. The devs never said anything about it on any of their platforms, which they don't even use to interact with the user base. Like, once every 2 months you see a picture like, oh, we're working on this, are you excited, guys? Yeah, but what are you doing about this endless list of bugs? And it's like when a center call hangs your phone, like you're complaining about your fridge exploding, and the customer service support is like, excuse me, there is a line, interruption, and you cannot talk with them anymore. That's how they use their social media. So I don't care that they have a small team. It's their problem and they need to fix it. They made money with this game. Just because you can see how many times the game has been downloaded. It makes money through ads, it makes money through microtransactions, so they made money. They could invest it, provide players with a better game, and give me the feeling that they kinda care and that they have an idea of how to move their business forward. Now, as I'm talking, like, this is the stuff that I'm saying, I did not record it on top of gameplay that I did separately. Like, as I'm playing, I'm talking, which is what I usually do, what I usually did when I was recording AnimA videos. And I want to show you something here in Genshin Impact just to show the difference. But I need to kill stuff first. Okay. In Genshin Impact, they often find the bugs, notices. Every time there is a bug, first of all, they send out a notice to let everyone know, hey, we know about this issue or these issues. And oh, here is also the update summary. Known issues. Oh, good. Yeah, I selected the wrong one, but known issues. So they know that all of these problems are in the game. Some of these are extremely minor. I have never encountered it. Never encountered any of these issues. But they tell you, we know that these 7 issues, no matter how small or big they are, we know them, we are aware of them. And every time they have an update, they tell you which of these issues they worked on. And look, 6th of April, 1:45 in the morning, they did this. 2nd of April, 11:45, they did that. 1st of April, 4:30, they did that. Like, they acknowledge the problems of the game immediately, as soon as people forward them to the devs, and they let you know that they know about them, and they start to work immediately. This, granted, this is a much bigger team. They have a ton of developers in China, graphic designer, and they have enough funds that they were able to hire, I believe, the London Symphonic Orchestra for the music of the game, which is why it sounds amazing. So, of course, I cannot compare the two games directly because the resources are completely different, but it's the approach that I care about. If AnimA devs, like on Discord or their forums or anywhere, were like quicker in answering players' discontent and saying, oh wow, yeah, we know there is this bug, we may need 2 weeks to fix it. In 2 weeks we will give you an update and we will let you know what is going on. Then we've been a lot better. Because there were times during this first season that I honestly thought the devs stopped working on the game and they were just going to shut down the online features after the end of the first season. Because the bugs in the first season were very relevant and they never acknowledged any of them. So that is definitely not the kind of game that I want to play long term, because I don't see it having a lot of long term potential. It's a pity because I played it for thousands of hours. Thousands and thousands. I enjoyed it because I really like hack and slash games. They are my favorite alongside open world MORP-like games, a bit like Genshin Impact. But for the future months, years possibly, I definitely don't see myself playing AnimA, and I don't even know how long the game will be around. Hopefully it will go on for very long, because I enjoyed it for what it was for some time. And I know there are a lot of people still playing it and enjoying it. I'm happy if you're still playing it and you enjoy it. It's just not a game that I find very interesting right now. And my time is slightly limited due to, well, work and family. Because I often mention my little daughter in my, especially in my AnimA videos, because AnimA requires little to no attention to play. It's a very relaxing game, and so I often rant and discuss things about my little daughter being a mess at home and getting us very, very, very busy. And about the birds consistently landing on my balcony and trying to formicate and reproduce, and all of this sort of stuff. So I can only focus on one game for a certain amount of hours each day. Genshin Impact fills that amount of time. There are days during which I don't even have time to complete all the daily tasks that I should do in Genshin Impact because I'm too busy. On the other hand, there are days that I'm able to stream because I'm at home and I have a few hours and I actually start streaming. I really did 2 fairly long streaming sessions, and hopefully I will do more in the future, even here on YouTube. I would like to start to try streaming on YouTube as well, just to see how the interface feels compared to Twitch. But no matter when I will do it, it will not be with AnimA. I'm sorry. One reason is because I'm not enjoying the game at all, and I'm not happy with how the devs have been working on the game. The second reason, albeit a smaller reason, is that if you want to stream a mobile game on YouTube, you need to have a channel of a certain size. I think it takes 1,000 subscribers, something like that, and I only have a couple of hundreds. So I would not be able to actually stream any mobile game on YouTube. So if I want to do so, it will have to be on Twitch, but it will not be AnimA. So I think that's everything that I had to complain about the game that I'm no longer playing, and that I don't plan to play in the near future unless something changes, because you know there is always the option that some other developer company will see potential in the game and they will offer some money to the AnimA guys, and the AnimA guys will sell the game, and maybe the other company will be a larger company and they will do a job that I may consider better, and I may pick up the game again then. But for the time being, I don't have any plan to play AnimA. So if you've only ever joined my channel to see my AnimA videos, I'm sorry, you're not going to see more content for that. I hope that you have been following my channel for my rants and for the birds formicating on my balcony, because those are not going to leave anytime soon. They will just be focused on other games, both me and the birds. They will have to deal with the fact that the background game, while they furiously have sex on my balcony, is different from the one that I was playing in the past. The birds can deal with it, I can deal with it. Hopefully the devs will deal with it, and well, we'll have a game that is more successful. Yeah, that's it for me for AnimA. As I said, no plans to play it at all in the near future. There are times that people ask me for advice on Discord or they send me messages. I try to answer, but the problem is that my advice would mostly be based on things that I know until Season 1. The balances that happen in Season 2 ruined the game for me, so if you ask me, Sir Grindelot, what should I farm? I have no idea, really. I heard people saying that the maces are insane now, there is a new great mace, but honestly, no idea. So feel free to ask me things, but don't expect updated advices. So after I kill this chubby Hilichur, hoping that I will get an artifact, I guess that will be it for this video. Can you die? I'm expecting you to die, Mr. Bond. How many hit points do you have? Okay. The hit one. Yeah! Exile's Flowers! That was a nice way to close the video. I closed it happier than when I started it. Because when I started the video, I already knew that this was going to be a rant about the game. But at least I got an artifact. More than one, but I did not acknowledge the ones, I just noticed them. So this is Sir Grindelot checking out. I'm wishing you all a happy grinding, and let me remind you that if you're playing AnimA and you enjoy the game, keep enjoying it. I'm happy that you do. It's just not the game for me right now, and I don't have the time to play both of these and AnimA. So I will let you have a look at one of my favorite characters in Genshin Impact, Noelle. There are a lot of cool anime characters in this game. I will be checking out now, and I will see you next time. Bye guys, take care.